Hey everyone, welcome back to another vid. Guess I saved myself a couple fractions of a second not saying the EO part of that word. Huh. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, we decided today we're gonna just turn on the camera, take you with us. So we got all kinds of stuff going on today, a lot of randomness. We're rolling with the punches, going through life, trying to do our best. And today's just one of those weird days where we're gonna try to be productive and get a lot of weird stuff done, and then hopefully make the best of it. Maybe finish it off with some Yogurtland, which would make Emery really happy. But anyway, we're gonna go to a car dealership later, which is gonna come with a really interesting story. It's not that interesting, it's devastating is what it is, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, there's a few things around the house that I'm gonna try to get done right away. It's 8:30 in the morning. Crystal just took the kids to school, and it's a holiday for me, so I've got the day off, and I'm gonna try to knock out a few things. But check out the house. Like, this is just a quick picture of our real life. Okay, not that bad, but this is just part of our family. We are really good at destroying the house. Pretty much every day or multiple times per day, we got to pick up the house, clean it up, put all kinds of stuff away, organize, do dishes, take trash out, whatever it is. And then it's not too long after it just gets destroyed over and over and over again. So this is the fallout of our morning and getting ready for school and trying to just get out of the house, and soon enough we'll clean it up and it'll look great again, and pretty much as soon as the kids get home from school it'll start to get destroyed. But anyway, there's a couple things I'm gonna ignore all the chaos, and there's a couple things I was gonna show you I'm gonna try to knock out real quick. One of them is with this tiny little nail, and we hung this picture, and as you can see, that middle section is tweaked, and I tried to use I rolled up some electrical tape and stuck it on the back to try to get it to stick in the spot that it wants. But the problem with these things is whoever made them put the thing that you hang it on just off center, and it's really hard to balance it out. There was one at the last house where I hid some washers, some metal washers in the corner on one side, and it like weighed it down just enough to level it out. Anyway, I have to get that thing level because I stare at it every day, and it's just driving me nuts. So I'm gonna take this nail and I'm gonna pin it to the top up there. You see that? I'm gonna put it up there in the corner. You won't ever see it, and it's gonna hold that side down in the perfect spot, and it'll never move. The other thing I'm gonna do is right here. The new cabinet came in, so I'm gonna hang that really quick. That'll go fast. And then the other thing is this cable thing, which we've mentioned in a previous video, is supposed to go on the outside of the house, and they actually did punch through the stucco and put a little access box out there, but I don't want to call someone and wait for weeks for them to actually do that. I'm gonna try to just do it myself. And then in here, all that'll need to be done is drywall repairs, which still we're gonna be waiting for that, but at least it'll be ready for whoever shows up to do that in the coming weeks. So anyway, that's what we got going on. There's a lot more, and we'll just kind of take you along for the ride. One project done.
so we are gonna head out and go run some errands. I just mapped us to the closest Hobby Lobby because we have to return this.
We're very particular.
We are.
I am.
No, I am too. And there's just a slew of stuff that is just really hard to purchase. So I just went ahead and picked out a couple items. That painting not working out, but you don't like the rugs?
Well, they're okay. Like the little balls. Let me just show you. Comment below with your honest opinion. And then if we're offended, we'll block you from the channel or whatever, but just throw it out there. So there's the rug. It's not too bad, but I naturally would not have picked that rug. I would have looked at that and went, ew. But in the room, it's like, okay, I like the color.
I like the shape. But see, the nice thing is that's something that can go elsewhere.
But I like the trash. And then
show the other rug because I like it better.
Poor Crystal, she has to deal with this criticism from me all the time, but she loves me enough to put up with it. So here's the other rug, which that one I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. That's the black and white theme that it fits really well. And then the other thing she picked.
We picked these together, but I changed the color last minute.
We liked the shape of these chairs, but I don't like brass. Brass to me was the color of all the hardware in all of the broken down junky apartments that we moved around to every 6 months when I was a kid in the ghetto.
But it's back in. And
brass to me just says cheap and lame.
Cheap and lame. Cheap and lame.
We disagree on the brass.
Yes, but we bought these knowing that we could easily paint these. Just get a spray can and do a little matte black on them.
So you bought a project.
Okay, so we did find at Home Goods, we found 2 yellow chairs that I think would look great in here that had a matte black finish on the legs. Came in a 2-pack. But Jesse thinks mustard yellow is like the ugliest color ever.
Yeah, because, I mean, you squirt mustard and you also squirt diarrhea out of your butt.
It's not even the same color.
It can be.
Well, sure.
See?
That's a whole nother conversation.
The other thing we're going to try to look for as we shop is some figurines for these shelves. The idea we have.
Or figurines.
Yeah, however you want to say it.
Figurines.
We want to get some cool looking nerdy figurines. Yeah, however you say that. And then we'll have a picture in the middle to tie it together. So the picture is probably going to be maybe a little nerdy also. It's going to have to fit with whatever is on the side. So you'll see that come together probably in the coming months. It's going to take months to get the right stuff.
Yeah, and that's where I just get antsy, where I'm like, I just want to not have to stare at my to-buy list.
Yeah, we just want to get
every
done.
day.
We did order.
Show the lights.
We ordered some like seats for right here that fold up and you can put your shoes inside, and there's some shelves for the shoes. I got these lights up. We didn't want to wait for the guys to come in and move this one up 1/2 inch. So I modified the bracket and then took care of it myself. So.
And it looks awesome.
No, that's not it. There it is, orange. And then I can show you.
I think we talked about it in another video that he got the color changing, which is super fun.
Yeah, so.
Orange for Halloween.
We can do pink for Emery. Purple is kind of a Halloween color or whatever. Red, what would we use that for? I'm not sure.
You could do that for Christmas,
Green,
maybe.
Blue, and then any combo of colors you want. You can change them individually. Yeah, it'd just be kind of a fun thing for when people come over. That's kind of what they see. And anyway, Emery voted orange since it's Halloween month. We're gonna go to Best Buy to get an optical cord because the one we had is too short. So we have to go down and back up. So we need a longer cord there. And then we're going to the car dealership and we'll tell you about that on the way. We're at Subaru now, and so I'll give you the quick story. Back in June, I think it was June 22nd, I ordered a Subaru Legacy, and prior to that, we were scratching our heads wondering like what's our second vehicle going to be, and landed on a Subaru Legacy because it's all-wheel drive. It allows for some pretty nice luxury. It looks like a simple car, decent gas mileage, like all these boxes were checked for us with that thing. And so I ordered one online. You can't just go buy one right now like everything else, but I got everything dialed in just right online and got the order in. I was working with a dealer. He said, okay, you're good to go. We just need your $250 deposit. And so I did that. And then they said it's 10 to 12 weeks for it to get here. So I'm like, cool. I get back from Oklahoma and I Turo a vehicle for I think 5 weeks I was going to be without my own vehicle. And that was like $30 a day. So $1,300 to cover the gap is what it is. And I kept getting updates. Like every few weeks I would text the dealer and say, hey, any updates? And the guy would say, no, as soon as it comes in, we'll get a notification. We'll call you right away. So, okay. And 2 days ago, I came down to the dealer because I'm like, you know what? Why can't they call the factory or something and figure out where this thing's at and give me like a more specific date as to when it's going to be here, because I got to give my rental back on Saturday and we're getting down to the wire here. So I come down to the dealer and they're like, oh yeah, the guy you've been working with quit like a month ago. He doesn't even work here anymore. I'm like, well, I've been texting him. And I said, well, I need to check on the car. And they're like, yeah, I don't think it ever got ordered, man. And so I'm like, you kidding me? Basically, I'm like screwed. Right? I don't want to get all emotional about it. It's very upsetting because basically, I don't know who dropped the ball, but this is a 3-month ordeal, and now I'm left back in square one, and I'm going to have to compromise most likely on a different vehicle that I don't really want. And so it just feels like such a lame situation. But they said, give us a couple days. We're going to try to see if we can find a Legacy somewhere in like Arizona or Colorado that is going to get close to what you want. And I don't think they're going to get it because these Legacies are in high demand and they're not going to find one. But we're going to go in there, and I'm pretty sure they're going to say we couldn't find one. So I'm going to be like, okay, well, what are you going to do to take care of me? How are you going to compensate me? And maybe they'll sell us a different vehicle that kind of works for a lot cheaper. To me, this is the kind of thing that boils my blood, because some joker in there can't complete a simple task like, okay, we have this guy's order, we just need to make sure it's in the system and the factory is actually going to start making it. They took my deposit and everything. I kept asking about updates. He never thought to go, okay, it's definitely in the system. We're definitely having 10 to 12 week turnarounds on these.
Or
like,
I don't work here anymore.
Or yeah, he could have said, hey, I actually don't work there anymore. Call the dealership. They'll transfer you to a different salesperson to help you out with this, which is so bizarre. Like, why was the guy returning my text messages? He's not even, it's just, I'm going to refrain from going off on the owner, because I feel like the owner is going to deal with me. He's be like, oh, sorry about that, man. And I'll be like, here, let me tell you something. I know you're older than me, but let me just teach you something. There's a simple thing you can do called a checklist. Okay, and that prevents you from missing steps that cause people these massive headaches. Like, I no longer have the car I was counting on, and you're not going to be able to put me in one that works for me. So it's a real simple thing. You tell your workers, here's something that has to get done when they order a car online. And then if there's no check in the box, you do the work to get the check in the box. Pretty cool, huh? You may want to like start training your salespeople to start doing this. But I'm not going to let myself go there. I have these things happen internally, but when I'm actually dealing with people, I always just,
Yeah, you're respectful.
Very respectful and
Yeah.
patient, and I never let this stuff actually come out of me, because there's no fixing stupid, okay? You can't fix that level of ignorance and incompetence. It's just, or, if you can, it's not my job. So I just take it in the rear and keep going, man.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, we just walked out of Subaru. Pretty happy with the outcome. I feel bad about everything I said before.
I know.
And
Take
maybe
it all
one
back.
day I'll change. But probably not. I am who I am, and the flaws I have are pretty stuck deep down in. So this is just me. But anyway, I went in like I had planned, respectful and inquisitive. Is that a word?
It is.
Just taking the approach of, here's the situation, here's what I need, what can you offer, how can we make this work? So the guy was pretty cool. Talked with the main manager here and basically let him know I really want that vehicle, but I do need to get to work, every day, and I've got this rental I got to give back on Saturday, and what's a solution that you can offer me? And he asked, is there another vehicle you want to buy? And I said, well, if I'm forced to, that's what I got to do, because I got to get to work. And he said, well, let me work on something. And then he came back and said, I have your car on order. We did that last week as soon as we found out this problem happened, or this mistake happened. And how about we just give you a loaner till your car shows up in February, which is quite a ways away, but basically every 30 days I'll come in and get a new loaner, because that's their limit. But he's going to get me to work and back until the other one shows up. So I'm more than happy with that solution. And he explained that they do have a lot of checks and balances to prevent this type of thing, and this one just happened to slip through the cracks. It's a very rare occurrence in his experience, and so they're doing what they can to take care of me. And the nice thing is, these loaners aren't going to cost us any money, which is pretty cool. We're not going to have to pay for a new car until February, and that could open up opportunities. I don't know. But anyway, I'm feeling good about that, and bad about myself, but life goes on, So we're going to go try this noodle bar place that we heard is off the chain good, and maybe do some shots of the food while we're doing it, so you get to see what we're eating.
What'd you think of Shang Artisan Noodle?
It was real good, but I don't think I'll go back.
Yeah.
It didn't touch my soul in the way that I needed it to go back and wait 45 minutes for it.
Yeah.
But I can see how a lot of people would go there. For what it was good, but we're ramen people. So we just got to the kids' school. We're going to go stand outside and wait for them, because it just feels amazing. 82 degrees on October 10th. Love it. Feels so good. Just trying to rub it in for anyone watching from Alaska. But yeah, we're going to pick the kids up and then go to Yogurtland, because Emery she would go every day if she could. And so we try to limit her to about once a week. And we've been putting it off for a couple days, and so we're like, we can't keep doing that to her. We're going to pick them up, go straight to Yogurtland. And then we're going to check out a bike shop right next door, because we have all of our bikes, but they're in need of a tune-up. I need some new brakes. Crystal has a flat tire. Emery's chain guide is tweaked, probably from the move. And so, yeah, we want to take all 4 bikes to just get tuned up and dialed in. But we don't own a truck anymore. First time in our life, right?
Yeah.
We don't own a truck, so we can't just put the bikes in the back and take them somewhere. So we're like, man, what do we do? Try to find a mobile bike mechanic. None of those are running right now. So we may have to rent a truck from U-Haul or something just to take our bikes down to the shop, which, yeah, feels weird, but that's our new life.
Yep.
And it's fine. Okay, we're home, and the Chiefs Raiders game is on in a little bit, so we're just gonna do some homework with the kids, crack a beer maybe, watch the game, and have a nice chill evening. Thanks for hanging out. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. See you on another one soon.